Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Infowars Nightly News. I'm Darren McBreen. It is Thursday, February 5th, 2015. And here's a quick look at what's coming up.
Tonight, campus cops gone wild. Why are so few held accountable? And the dangers of self-driving cars. That's next on the Infowars Nightly News.
I'm a reptoid clone of John Wayne and Elvis, not of Bill Hicks, okay? Let's just get that clear.
Well, police brutality continues to sweep the nation and has become an epidemic in our country. And unfortunately, this epidemic is now spreading into our nation's public schools. Seems like almost on a daily basis, we are getting reports of police officers who are assigned to these schools who end up abusing their power by abusing and assaulting school children and teenagers. How many times have we seen kids tased, pepper sprayed, beaten, thrown down, handcuffed, even very young school children handcuffed for misbehaving in class? It's all part of the police state indoctrination and conditioning of our nation's youth. Now, here's a report from Houston, Texas, where a high school student is suing his local school district after receiving a brutal beating with a baton by the school's campus cop.
A Houston area family is suing Pasadena ISD after they say a district police officer beat their son with a baton. The family says the boy suffered these injuries after he was hit 18 times.
I asked him why was he being such an about it.
Caesar says that sent the officer into a rage, beating him repeatedly with the baton, just like this one.
All right there. Just over and over again. Up to here.
Well, there you go. This 16-year-old high school student dared to talk back to the police, and he got his ass kicked. Don't talk back to the cops or else. I mean, they hit this kid 18 times with a baton. And the cop obviously went completely ballistic, but when you know it, the police department and the school district, they didn't see it that way. In fact, they thought the cop acted appropriately and that the beating was justified. Now, earlier this week, we also reported on 2 other cases of campus cops gone wild. At a school in Baltimore, 3 students were initially charged with assault and suspended after a police officer attacked them with a baton and pepper spray. There's no excuse for this.
The officer pushed Star against a wall. Her sister, also a student at the school, heard there was a fight.
So she goes over there thinking it's another child, and she gets over there as officer. And she went over there to try to stop her.
Next, Diamond arrived and appeared to shove the officer. The officer let go of Star and gave chase, pulling a baton and using it. Diamond was hit at least twice, it appears, including the blow from the baton that put that gash in her head.
One of these girls was only 13 years old. She had to have 10 stitches in her head after that gutless cop basically smashed her face in with a metal baton. The other 2 girls, they were sprayed directly in the face with pepper spray. Isn't that nice? Meanwhile, in Louisville, Kentucky, a cop viciously attacked 2 kids, almost killed a 13-year-old boy. This is what happens when you cut in line, by the way. They put this 13-year-old kid in a chokehold, almost gave him brain damage.
A Louisville police officer arrested after detectives say surveillance cameras caught him punching a teen at school and then placing another in a chokehold.
Surveillance cameras were rolling in the school cafeteria during lunch when detectives say Hardin punched a 13-year-old in the face, who he believed had cut line. The blow knocked the teen to the floor. Hardin placed another 13-year-old in a chokehold. knocking him unconscious. A doctor who later examined the boy says he, quote, lost blood flow to the brain, resulting in an injury to the brain.
I tell you what, you do that to one of my kids, I'll go vigilante on your ass. I mean, these cops obviously have some anger issues. A lot of these guys are on total power trips, and now they populate our nation's schools. And guess what else? The Department of Homeland Security, they're now giving them military supplies.
LAUSD got something called an MRAP vehicle. It's a steel-plated, mine-resistant, ambush-proof tank designed to keep troops safe during an ambush on, say, something like the streets of Iraq. But really, is it going to come to a school campus near you? They've also received 3 grenade launchers, 61 fully automatic military rifles that have been converted to semi-automatic rifles, and we understand that those rifles are now being used in officer training.
So the militarization of our nation's police department now extends into our public school system. I mean, you just heard the guy. They're now equipped with M16s. They have mine-resistant, ambush-protected vehicles, MRAPs, that were used in combat situations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Well, they're now patrolling the streets of America, and they're being utilized and installed in our schools. It's completely out of control. And they say we're the conspiracy theorists when we say now might be the time to start homeschooling our children. Yeah, you think? The police state isn't coming. It's already here.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. For a limited time, get 25% off on this introductory offer. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. ancientdefense.com.